Hello, everybody. This is basically the Gamer Smack back again with another Trove video. Of course, as I said before, Trove is just, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, regardless of that, hopefully everybody's doing good today. Of course, like I said, just doing a little bit of a grind, trying to figure out exactly what I need, what I don't need. Like I said, if you guys still need basically a hand with anything like that, I'll be able to help you out as much as I can and be able to do all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? So, like I said, when it comes to that, like I said, the questions, comments, or anything like that is more than welcome in itself. I do I've also have basically a YouTube channel based off of this, of course, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, if you don't never played Trove before, I never tried Trove before, I would recommend this game itself. Like I mean, just to basically to say hello to everybody and whatever the case may be, and yeah. So I like this. Hello. So anyway, regardless of that, yeah, I'm just gonna see exactly what gems I need right now. Let me look at something here. I've got to find. I need some more. I need some more air gems. I need some more air gems. Yes, I need a lot of air gems. I'm just gonna go along and start growing there for now. Like I said, I'm basically I do help new players, like I said, in global and stuff like that from time to time, and I will be able to help you out as well. Like I mean, if you are on cross-platform, it's too bad this game has so much potential, but it doesn't show the potential itself. Like I mean, I would love to see this on cross-plat. As I said before, I would love to see the development to go further in what they actually did with this game. And I would love to be able to see the support of the devs and stuff like that even more so. But of course, it's just what it is. You got to deal with what's available and so on and so forth. So, like I said, it's not basically complaining about anything. It's just one of those things. Like I said, I love playing this game, but I have so uh, uh, it says Happy Friday. This is Saturday right now. But yeah, wrong day. Sorry, guys. But I'm not gonna change that. I'm just using it as a joke. Anyway, regardless of that, hopefully everybody's doing good. Of course, like I said, overall, like I said, I tried to play with you guys, but there's not much in Trove you could play to get it with, like unless you're doing delves and stuff, and so on and so forth. And like I said, you end up basically not really doing much together. You basically end up doing a lot of stuff solo. Anyways, it's like it's the way Trove is. It's not. It is a party game. It's a lot of fun game, but it's not a full-fledged party. Like I mean, yes, I like I said, helping somebody else right at the beginning, and then they get up to a certain point, and then it's like the help itself is just like dies off, and then you find out that yeah, it's just more of a solo game, and it's just like yeah, it's a grind. It's an MMO. Yes, it's ran off a server. It doesn't have what it should have. Like I said, as I said before, if it had cross plat and stuff like that, it would make it more interesting even for me because, like I said, I'm only playing with the PlayStation 5 players. But in most cases itself, I'm actually stuck with just a lot of higher level players that is doing their own thing and so on and so forth. And as I said before, the only thing I can actually do, like I said, is use my YouTube channel and stuff like that to help you guys out because there's really not much else left to do in that direction. Like I said, and that, like I said, that's only good for cross plat itself. Like I mean, there's no cross plat, but I mean, it helps with getting information and stuff out there. So, like I mean, if you look at some of my earlier videos and stuff like that, and earlier streams, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it's really extremely annoying because of that reason. Because I wish it had more of the support and stuff like that of players, but it's not much support of players to be honest. Like I mean, I love playing survival games. That's the reason why I like playing survival games. Like I mean, when it comes to shooter games, I'd rather play them solo because I know if the only thing is I know I'm going to cheat myself. And I'm not going to cheat myself, of course, and I can play all the games legitimately without having somebody else saying, "Hey, man, I'm better than you because I'm using this, this, and this." And no. Um, Basically, in retrospect, you're not better than the next person. You just spent a lot of money into nothingness. So, like I said, exactly what I look at now. It's how people do games and stuff like that, and I I was dealing with that for years and years too as well. So, like I mean, I'm used to everything in the gaming side of it and online, because like I said, I started back in the '90s playing a lot of online games. I've seen the dawn of online games to be exact, and I've seen how they were actually being developed. Now, the only thing is, it's not only to do with the player; it's basically also to do with the development. If there's certain things missing and stuff like that, it just kind of makes the game a bit more blasé. I mean, basically, it's not. It's just not like I said. It's not very appealing to a point. Yes, it could be fun, but then if you're doing a lot of stuff solo and not really partying up and stuff like that, like I mean, yes, you take a risk by playing these multiplayer games too. But I mean, it's a lot more fun to play with people to a point because it's just one of those things. Like I said, I wish, like I said, Trove was actually more designed that way, but it's not. But I guess that's the reason why they did it that way. So people just don't be trying to use mods and stuff like that. I know just on PC there's mods and stuff like that to help people grind, but there's no really cheats and stuff like that into it either. It's just like it'll tell you like where the mob is to and so on and so forth. I've seen all these mods and stuff that people use. That's fine. It's like I mean it's just a little bit different. Like I mean, even on the console, there is no placement for mods. Like I mean, you go under options, and you'll go under settings itself. See, it doesn't give me a mods. It doesn't give me the options for that. So on PC, it does. It goes along, and you can go into settings and change it, and you can add your mod and so on and so forth. And it's a little bit different type of game. But I guess that's why they can't really go cross-platform either, because the two versions of the game is absolutely different. Like I mean, when it comes to like say the way they're customized, and that is something I noticed too before. Like I mean, if they could be customized exactly the same way, that'd be great. But like I mean, I don't know. For me, as a tech itself, and to do that way, I wouldn't even know how. I don't know if there's any such thing as actually put them on the console. I don't think there is. Like it'd be quite interesting if it was, because like I said, I still wouldn't use them because I've been playing this game for so long the way I have. It would never. It doesn't change the game much. Seriously, like I mean, I'll go along and just point out, okay, this is a shadow, this is a stellar. Instead of having to look at the items for about a split second, you don't have to do that anymore. You just go along and pick it up and done. And there's the difference between PC to console. Like if you get a stellar, it'll show up as a golden glow, black glow for, like I said, for the shadow and so on and so forth. So, like I mean, it's not a really great big huge game changer. It's just different. And this is one thing I like to be able to do. Like I mean, I like to be able to switch over to PC. Now, not to say to leave the console behind, but not to use mods or anything like that. But I mean, I would be doing different games. So I'm not going to spend another 7 years playing Trove on PC to try to catch up with my console account. No, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to spend that much more time. Like I mean, as I said before, well, I'm going to say 7 years because of the fact that, like I said, Trove has been out. Well, this is 2022. It's been out on consoles since 2015. And now, like I said, that's exactly how many years would be. But the only thing is, you got to look at it this way, okay? And this is exactly the way I look at it. like for all the grind and stuff like that I'm after doing and stuff like that, I'm not repeating the same grind on a different platform. There's no way. And like I said, I'm basically a legitimate player. I don't look for shortcuts. I don't look for those multi accounts and stuff like that, trying to get extra camera bursts or anything like that, just because it's not slowing my progress down by a lot. It's just I don't have the time enough to pick up on two accounts and do it that way. It's just something that, like I said, I like to be able to switch my games when I can and be able to do it that way. So that's exactly what I look at. So, you know, the way I look at it this way is if I'm doing actually something, I like to be able to do it where it's actually going to be feasible for my own self. So I can actually be able to switch over to different games and stuff like that. That's why I'm hopefully trying to get enough PC games right now basically to switch over to that to a point. Like, I mean, I'll be able to do double streams and stuff, different games and stuff. There's a lot more diversity on PC, of course. And like I said, I basically spent that much money into my PC. I got to be able to make a use of it at some point. And that's exactly what I'm looking at. Now, like I said, to leave the console behind, no, I'm not doing that. I will not be doing that because I want to be able to do that. And then I can actually make an official schedule, too, of what I can actually do for when I'm actually not working. Right now, I'm actually off of work for about the next 2 months. So it's going to be a bit of a little bit more of a stream for me if I can do it. I'm going to see exactly if my body and everything can do it as well and be able to function correctly. I'm not going to basically wear myself down. I'm not going to be using, let's say, Red Bulls and stuff like that to try to keep my energy up or anything like that. I'm not going to basically make myself unhealthy to try to do streaming. I'm not going to do that. That's just crazy. But that's a choice, of course. Like I said, some of the younger people can do it. But like I said, I can't. I can't put my body through that much strain and stress. Like, I mean, it's just something. I tried it actually. I tried to do it before, and I was like, no. I used to basically almost fall asleep at my streams and stuff like that. And if you're basically watching some of my earlier streams, like I said, you'll find out when I'm actually energized and when I'm actually about ready to fall. And it's a big, huge difference. And there's it's nothing you can do about it. Like, I mean, your body only can take so much, and that's it. So that's exactly what happens. Anyway, regardless of that, hopefully, basically, everybody's doing okay. Like I said, if you like the video so far, like I said, you can always hit that follow button. All the support is great to have, of course. I've been trying to get into everybody else's streams as well as they are streaming from time to time and try to actually support them as much as I can. Now, as I said before, there's a lot of people just playing like Dead by Daylight and stuff like that, but those games are not my cup of tea. I don't mind playing horror genre. I don't even mind playing Doom and stuff like that. I don't mind even going back to the classics because of the fact there's a lot of fun in them. Like, I mean, there is a structure to them. Like, I mean, I don't mind going in and grinding, looking at for a weapon and say, ooh, shiny, and so on and so forth. But, you know, there is a level of that as well that I like to be able to just have fun with. And that's exactly what, like I said, that's what I'm trying to do is switch over to PC a little bit more. Like, I mean, I've got no PC titles. That's the biggest problem for me. And of course, I'd like to be able to use OBS instead of using the software I'm currently using, because even at times the software does glitch and so on and so forth. So everything is not 100%. So, you know, it's something that I got to deal with itself. Right now, as I said before, right now it's glitched. It's not even showing up for some odd reason. Let me see if I can get my overlay to work. No, my overlay is missing. Whoopsie. Let me see here. Okay, domain volume. No. Crap. Yeah, my overlay is not even working currently right now. I wish it was. It'd be great. But yeah, like I said, sometimes it actually glitches and stuff. That's all to do with the website. But let me reset my website here to see if I can actually get my overlay to work and see if it's actually working. It might be just a reset of what I need. Okay, there we go. Uh, like I said, just leaving it running and just basically it doesn't show up half the time. But anyway, regardless of that, just dealing with that itself and making stuff work. It's just, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know I don't have a structured time right now just because of the fact that I'm still in recovery for the next little bit, and that's taking a little bit of toll on me, and so on and so forth. Sometimes I get tired way too quick right now, and hopefully that actually pans out eventually and make stuff work right. That's exactly what I'm dealing with right now. And I'm trying to make stuff work right for you guys as well. Like, I mean, I do have the YouTube channel. I've got everything to run that way, but it's only going to go so far. Like, I mean, I've got like so many videos on Trove and stuff like that. To me, I find Trove, like I said, it is a single player. It's built on a single player aspect to a point. Like, I mean, you can play together to a point if you decide to go along and help somebody else out. But it's more of a solo game, and that's the thing. And when it comes to that, it's just different. It's absolutely different. And I wish it was more stuff to do it. Like I said, I wish it was more of a cross play type of thing, and so on and so forth, and so on. Like I said, and a bit more support with that cross play. You know, I've been trying to look at games that is interesting, but not too boring. Like I mean, grinding in MMO settings and just have everything saved to a server is fine, you know, and that's pretty good that way because of that reason. But instead of having it to go corrupted on your console, then you got to start all over again or whatever the case may be. But I will be eventually playing other games as well on my PC as I'm getting them. So it's going to take me about another couple of months before I can get a good few games on there. Like I said, I'm looking at 20 plus games on there, and I'm looking more for survival games and stuff because that's the type of a gamer I am itself. Because I find survival games and stuff like that are really more bent on the multiplayer. And I'd be able to fit in 10 plus people. I'd be able to actually do it. Just like what I started doing with Minecraft at one point. Like, I mean, I don't even mind going back to that even sometimes, just to basically, just to take a break from the everyday. Like the everyday to me right now is Trove, and I'll be doing the everyday with Trove, even if it's only an hour at a time. Basically, just not just to do a stream, but just to basically try to keep Trove and everything alive a little bit more, and so on and so forth. Because there's a lot of streamers that did start streaming it. It's not a lot of streamers who are doing Trove right now. And that's the thing. It's basically starting to die out. And that's just one thing I like to be able to do is just look at just before it's gone. Because I've got like over 300 games here, and about 15% of them people don't play anymore. People don't even stream them anymore. They're dead off the wall, and so on and so forth. And that's exactly what I look at. I don't want to see things absolutely die out. But like I said, I was going to actually even stream what's it called? Basically Watch Dogs. But nobody does the streaming of Watch Dogs anymore, very little. There is in Watch Dogs 2, there is a multiplayer that you can play with people. But it's different. It's, like I said, the multiplayer is different, and so on and so forth. And it's like I said, I think it's only a 2-player multiplayer. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, you choose a friend out of it all. Like, I mean, if I get into Valheim and stuff like that, I'll get into different games on PC. That'll basically open up more of a door for me to basically to do, now I can't say better streaming, but at least gets people involved, which I really be right. Trove is involved to a point, but not necessarily fully involved. Like, I mean, it's involved at the very beginning of the game. And then at the end of the game, they're pretty much you'd be doing the same thing as me. It's basically doing a lot of solo grinding and until you get your stuff up. Like, I mean, the only 2 points of this game itself, which is kind of a downer to a point, because he could have, since the game been out, since 2015, they should have basically come out. And that's official release of 2015. That's when they actually basically made it an online full MMO and basically a final release to a point. Now, think of it this way: they got so much potential to this game, they don't use the potential of this game. And that's the big, huge problem of it. Like, I mean, there is a multiplayer aspect that could be done a heck of a lot better. Like, I mean, that's why, like, Minecraft itself is so popular right there. Because there's that much more popularity to that game. It's not to do with the graphics. It's not to do with whatever. It's basically to doing all to with the togetherness. And that's exactly what I look at. This is exactly the games I like to be able to play itself. But like I said, just have more of a structure to it. Like, I mean, I started off with Minecraft at the very, very beginning of my streams and stuff. And I was actually not doing too bad with it. But there's only one problem. Dealing with all the people that's hacking and stuff like that, even on the console. And I was like, I had one person coming in and start wrecking the world. Now, I had literally had the devs come in, not the devs, but the GMs to come in once. And basically, he said, your map has gone corrupted. And I said, how can it be kind of corrupted? They said there was a program used in the background that was made by probably another player or something like that. And basically, I noticed it before. Like, I mean, I used to get a lot of lag when it wasn't no needed. Hey, how's it going, Phil? Woo! Long time no see. How are you doing today, my friend? Hopefully you're doing great. Of course. Yeah, I'm just talking about Trove and how it's missing a lot of stuff in here. Well, I'm just doing, like I said, I'm doing my Troveness itself. I would love to try to do it more into the mornings, like I said, but I'm still doing a recovery from surgery. So sometimes I'm actually blasé. So I can't really keep a schedule itself, official schedule. So it's a lot of work. Like, I mean, I might end up falling asleep and getting like an extra 2 or 3 hours sleep. And then I might stream for an hour or two. Then I got to go back to sleep again. Like, I mean, it's basically what my recovery is right now, which is kind of sad in a way. Like, I mean, I like to be able to do that. So, like, until I'm actually fully recovered, because, like, I mean, operations and stuff does take a lot out of you. People don't realize that. So, like I said, unless you went through one yourself or had something done to you, like I said, it's just one of those things, you know. And that's exactly what I'm trying to actually do. I'm trying to work around that. But as I said before about Trove and stuff like that, I wish it had more multiplayer features in it. Because it doesn't have much. It doesn't really have much. Like, I mean, think of it this way. You'll see most of my streams, I'm solo. You've seen me at the very beginning, like I said, when I was first streaming and helping other people out. That only goes so far as well. Because once you help a certain aspect to that person, then they're actually gone solo themselves, or they end up basically quit playing. So it doesn't really matter in that direction that much. Like, I mean, the only 2 points of doing, like, party would be doing the delves, like I said, Mondays. This is why I basically try to put up the ad in Monday mornings. When I do actually delves, it could be a Monday morning or roughly about 1 o'clock my time in the afternoon, but it's not too much off the morning times. And try to squeeze everybody in as possible. Then I'm actually doing other things to it at the same time. But it's so little multiplayer to Trove. I wish there was more to it, but it's not. Like, I mean, there's so much potential. Like, I mean, to see, I would love to see like what they did with Diablo 3. Like, to have the lobbies and stuff like that, and having your personal lobby, so you can actually invite your friends and stuff like that, and be able to actually have a game, and then you can spend the whole entire day with them. So, like, a Trove is not built that way. It's built, I don't know. Trove is just weird that way. It is a multiplayer. Everything saves to the server, but it's not a true multiplayer. Like, I mean, as you noticed before, it's not that I'm choosing to do it solo, my grind, but I'm faster solo. And that is the problem with that. Like, I mean, I can do a lot more solo than I can actually do with other players. But I don't mind helping other players out. That's the thing, you know. And that's exactly what I like doing. Anyway, regardless of that, like I said, hopefully everybody's doing good. Of course, as always, if you do like the video itself, I'm sorry that I sound like I'm ranting on this video on this game, but there is a lot of potential that's missing. And like I said, it's just the potential that's missing in this game. It basically kind of makes the game fun at the beginning, and it's still fun at the end to a point. But you end up basically just, it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I mean, if you're working in a club world and stuff like that, yeah, you could do with the togetherness. But if you're not working in a club, like I said, grinding for materials, you'd be like, hey, man, I need like 50 blocks of green. You go in there, get those 50 blocks and so on and so forth. But besides that, like I said, it's